Big returns live where jobs, growth, and grit intersect. If you've had Dallas on your radar for living or investing, this is your moment. The metro keeps pulling in employers, the housing math is finally becoming negotiable again, and cap rates are stabilizing in that sweet spot where cash flow and appreciation can actually shake hands. If you want a clear, no-nonsense picture of rent versus buy, the neighborhoods that pencil out, and a realistic monthly budget, stick with me, because in about 30 seconds you'll see why Dallas is one of the few big city markets where the spreadsheet can still smile back at you. Quick promise, you'll get real numbers spelled out so nothing trips your tongue, and practical grown-up guidance you can use the second this video ends. My background is helping people make relocation and investment decisions with data first and emotions wisely managed. Roadmap in 3 beats. 1. Housing and true cost of living. 2. Jobs, salaries, taxes, schools, and safety. 3. Investing angles. And 2 real-world monthly budget scenarios. Along the way, I'll open a couple of curiosity loops, like the Dallas tax twist and a hidden cost new buyers forget, and then close them before the verdict. Let's start where every decision starts: housing. For renters, a typical 1-bedroom in the city of Dallas runs around $1,390 a month, while a 2-bedroom hovers near $1,770. If you're thinking 3 bedrooms for a family, many listings across East Dallas, Lake Highlands, and far North Dallas commonly land in the low to mid-2000s, depending on finishes and school zones. For buyers, the median sale price in the city sits near $425,000, and median list prices often translate to roughly $248 per square foot. Translation: you can still find sub-$400,000 homes and also ultra-premium neighborhoods that push well beyond the million mark. If you're underwriting condos or townhomes, plan for homeowner association dues that often range from about $250 to $450 per month in Dallas proper, with outliers on either side based on amenities. Here's the tax twist I promised. Texas has no state income tax, 0, which is great for take-home pay. But property taxes do some heavy lifting. In the city of Dallas, when you combine city, county, hospital district, community college, and school district rates, the effective bill often lands roughly in the low 2% to just under 3% range of assessed value, depending on your specific taxing units. Sales tax at the register is typically 8.25%. That mix matters. Even with no state income tax, your property tax and sales tax assumptions can make or break your buy versus rent decision. Utilities next. Dallas water and wastewater for a typical household often tallies around the high 70s per month, and city sanitation runs roughly the low 40s monthly. For electricity, Texas is a retail choice market. Your plan and usage drive the bill, so do a quick provider shop before you move. The spread is real. On internet, fiber is widely available with major providers offering gigabit-class speeds, and even multi-gig in some neighborhoods. Budget a mid-double-digit monthly line item if fast. Stable upload speeds matter for your work, transportation. Average commute times in Dallas hover around the high 20s in minutes. DART, the regional transit system, offers local monthly passes priced in the mid-$90 range if you want to keep a car-light lifestyle. If you drive downtown, monthly parking commonly centers around about $150, with deals and outliers from roughly $40 up to a little over $200. The car math adds up fast, so ask yourself, is a $96 transit pass plus ride shares cheaper than a downtown garage and higher insurance? Insurance. Homeowners coverage in Texas has been running hot thanks to hail and severe weather, and Dallas is no exception. Premiums and deductibles vary widely by roof age, materials, and proximity to hail corridors, so get quotes early and model a higher wind and hail deductible in your reserve. For autos, rates in large Texas metros skew above the national average. Telematics discounts and bundling can make a meaningful dent. so compare at least 3 quotes. If you want, drop your target address in the comments, no personal info, and I'll flag the risk variables you should ask carriers about. Jobs and salaries. Dallas-Fort Worth is one of the most diversified economies in the country. Technology, finance, logistics, advanced manufacturing, healthcare, and professional services all show up strong. For the region, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reports average hourly wages slightly above the national average, with computer and mathematical roles among the top earners. If you're in software, total comp for experienced developers around Dallas often lands in the low 6 figures and up depending on stack and sector. Healthcare is a pillar here too, with major systems like Baylor Scott and White, UT Southwestern, Texas Health Resources, and Parkland anchoring thousands of clinical and non-clinical roles. Taxes on paychecks. Because Texas doesn't take a bite from your income, your federal withholding and FICA will drive your gross to net. If you're comparing offers from a high-tax state, do a side-by-side with a paycheck calculator and then reallocate some of that found net pay toward your property tax escrow or an emergency fund. It's the simplest way to stay ahead of the home ownership curve here. Schools and safety, high level and responsible. Public school quality varies by attendance zone, and families often target pockets with stronger ratings or choose charters and magnets. On safety, the city publishes open dashboards. Violent and overall crime trends have shown periods of improvement, but patterns are neighborhood-specific. The key is hyperlocal due diligence. Look up your prospective block on the city's crime analytics tools. Visit at different times of day and talk to neighbors before you sign. Healthcare access and typical plan costs. On the individual market, the benchmark Silver Premium for a 40-year-old in Texas averages in the high 400s per month before subsidies. Dallas County options vary by carrier, network, and deductible. Employer plans will differ, but know that deductibles have crept upward, so pair a health savings account with any high deductible option and actually fund it from day one. Major hospital systems in and around Dallas include Baylor University Medical Center, UT Southwestern, Parkland Health, and Texas Health Resources, which means strong in-network choices if you pick plans wisely. Okay, investor lens on. What do cap rates look like and where do they actually work? For stabilized, newer, infill, multifamily and high-quality assets in core Dallas locations, cap rates around the 5% mark have been common in recent quarters. For value-add suburban garden stock or older workforce housing, seeing mid-6% to 7% cap rates is not unusual, especially if you're willing to tackle moderate renovations and active management. Market reports have even noted class-specific bands in Dallas-Fort Worth from just under 5% for Class A to the mid-6% range for Class C. The spread exists because risk, rent growth and capex needs are not created equal. Best neighborhoods to explore. For appreciation plus liquidity, look at Oak Lawn and Uptown for smaller units and steady professional demand. Old East Dallas and Lower Greenville for renovated vintage stock with character. Bishop Arts and parts of North Oak Cliff for lifestyle premium and short to medium term rental demand. Lake Highlands for family-friendly SFH rentals that track school demand. And far North Dallas corridors if you want newer product with strong commuter access. Your underwriting should assume conservative rent growth, a realistic turn cost, and reserves for roofs, HVAC, and insurance surprises. Start with a ruthless gross rent multiplier scan, then pressure test taxes at reassessed values, not the seller's current bill. Let's close those curiosity loops with 2 monthly budget snapshots. These are working scenarios, so you can pressure test your own numbers. Scenario 1, solo renter in a central neighborhood. Rent $1,390 for a typical 1-bedroom. Water and wastewater, about $78. Trash and sanitation, about $40. Electricity, assume $150 as a planning cushion for a modest apartment with work from home hours. Internet, Assume $60 for a fiber plan with strong upload. Transit or parking, choose one. A Dart local monthly is $96. If you drive and park downtown, budget around $150 monthly for a garage. Renters insurance, plan $15 to $20 per month. Bundle for a discount.
Food, gas, gym.
Phone, these flex a lot by lifestyle, but a careful city center single can keep the whole non-housing bucket near $1,000 to $1,200 with meal prep and smart shopping. If you transit and keep discretionary spend tight, your all-in monthly can land roughly between $2,900 and $3,100. If you drive, park, and dine out more, that can climb closer to $3,300. Scenario 2. Family of 3 renting a 3-bedroom. Rent, set a realistic middle of the fairway at $2,400, aiming for a school-conscious neighborhood and decent yard space. Water and wastewater, about $90 with higher usage. Trash and sanitation, roughly $40. Electricity, planned $200. Summer runs warmer and square footage climbs. Internet $60 to $70 for a reliable plan. Transportation, 1 car payment if needed, fuel, insurance, and occasional Dart rides. If you keep 1 car and use transit strategically, target $500 to $700 total for mobility. Renters or added umbrella coverage, call it $30. Groceries, childcare, activities, huge spread here. But many families report $1,200 to $1,500 per month with meal planning, free parks, and occasional splurges. That lands a careful family budget in the ballpark of $5,200 to $5,800 per month. If you add a second car, pricier daycare, or premium activities, the ceiling rises fast. Plan the big rocks first and negotiate the rest. Now, the rent versus buy call. If you're eyeing a $425,000 purchase in the city, remember 3 levers beyond principal and interest. Property taxes in that roughly 2% plus band. Homeowners insurance that deserves a real quote. And HOA dues if you're buying a condo or townhome. Run the buy side at today's rates and compare your monthly to the equivalent rental. Then layer in maintenance and your time value. If you can secure a mid-6% cap on a conservative, value-add deal in a neighborhood with job access and stable schools, and your financing cost leaves positive leverage, you're not just buying a home, you're buying an income stream with upside. 2 quick pattern interrupts before the verdict. First, the hidden fee most newcomers forget, parking. $150 monthly is not unusual downtown, and even surface lots can sting. If you can align your lease with a transit-friendly commute, you can redirect that money into an emergency fund or principal curtail payments. Second, the cash flow killer you can control. Reassessment. Model your property tax at your purchase price, not last year's bill. Then add a protest plan to your annual calendar. It is unglamorous, but over 10 years, it can be 5 figures in present value savings. Verdict. Dallas is one of the rare big market stories where the rent math, the buy math, and the invest math can all work, just not blindly. If you want lower touch and mobility, rent near transit. Negotiate a renewal early and bank the difference. If you want equity with discipline, buy in a school-stable pocket and treat your escrow and maintenance like non-negotiables. If you want cash flow, hunt for mid-6 cap rates in workforce submarkets where the employers are hiring. The roofs are young and the schools are good enough to keep long-term tenants, then manage like a pro. Your turn. Which city should I break down next? And what neighborhood in Dallas has your attention? Drop your target zip in the comments. Tell me rent, buy, or invest, and I'll reply with a quick first pass read. And if you're moving through a short list of cities, tap the video on screen for the next deep dive. Same playbook, new market. Make smart moves, run your numbers, and I'll see you in the next city.